Good morning. It is Thursday, November 21st, 2024. And I have a pack of little tiny vanilla wafers. They're mini. Look at that. Amazing. Oh, hi, buddy. You picked a good time to show up. This song is about you. You up here? Come on up. Hi. How you doing? We've been fed. We've had sink drink. Everything is good. We turn and we sit. Hi, everybody. Matt will be here shortly. I'm still kind of waking up, but I guess that's every breakfast stream, isn't it? We have all of these snacks because we got all these snacks for Extra Life, but then didn't eat them. So starting the day with a coffee and a sweet snack is becoming a ritual, and I'm fine with that. The cookie arc, yes. Vagabond says you can bring those snacks to Friendsgiving. Friendsgiving is going to take place here, so the snacks don't even have to move. People can just walk into the other room and just grab whatever they want. So, I'm tapping out. Is Mal painting tomorrow or cooking? She's going to paint tomorrow. Unless something changes suddenly. I believe she's planning on painting tomorrow. I feel like I'm finally over the jet lag feeling from Extra Life. I still have exhaustion because my sleep is still kind of but the jet lag feeling that you get where in the middle of the day things were fine and then just suddenly you're like, oh. That's gone. That's gone. Still tired. But better. I seemed like it was in high spirits yesterday. Yesterday was fun. For anyone that didn't catch it, I started playing a new game yesterday because we finished Subnautica.
Buzz, I'm a bee or something like that.
That's new. Anyway. Start playing Crow Country, which is it's a 2024 game that's done in a retro style to feel like PlayStation 1 survival horror games, like Silent Hill or Resident Evil. Just played that for a few hours yesterday. We'll probably finish it next week. It was very fun. A good time. I've eaten about half of these. It's a good stopping spot. So in a bit, when my brain is like, I like sweet, there will be some left. Natalie says, are there any crows? So many crows. It lives up to the name. There are so many crows. Ridiculous amount of crows. Halloween cups will not be staying around forever, but they've stuck around for a nice long time. Enjoy the pumpkins and the skulls and the apples while you can, because eventually they will be turned magically back into coffee and tea, and the physical mugs will leave the store until the next appropriate pumpkin time. Oh, I have all of them turned on, don't I?
Hard yet bitterly yummy, Tiny Eddie's sizzling raspberry cakes.
That sounds pretty good. Yeah, I forgot. I turned off all. We turn on all of the options for Extra Life. So during Extra Life, people have a lot of things that they can choose. They're not supposed to be on now, but trying to remember to undo everything is very difficult. It's very hard. Like, it was like 2 or 3 streams after Extra Life before I realized that like all of the panels on the Twitch About page were still for Extra Life, and I was like, I gotta like change those. There's a lot of buttons to press. Scroll down. That's 1,000 bits from Elvin Scout. Says, good morning and good vibes from New York. Today is another day, which means it's time for snack divination. And so, cast ye forth the bones of fate, Sir Edward. Hard yet bitterly yummy. Tiny Eddie's sizzling raspberry cakes. I don't know why it's hard, but the phrase sizzling raspberry cake sounds very, very good. Like you go to a place and they serve you a cake and it's brought out on like a hot plate, and it's got like a raspberry sauce poured on it. Sounds good.
What sounds good?
Sizzling raspberry cake?
Okay.
You would love that.
Yeah, I would.
Because it's
Can
raspberry.
you hand me that? No.
Can I hand you what? You did it. Wasn't sure what you were pointing at.
Hand me that.
It's like what? It's kind of what it felt like.
Hi, Capo. Good morning, Capo.
It is a good morning.
Kepler was filling in?
Yeah, he jumped up here like right within the first 30 seconds. Oh, he's purring now. You're here.
I have a blanket.
Good boy. Yesterday was speaking of Extra Life and getting things back to normal from Extra Life. Yesterday was put the house back together day, and it took a long time.
A lot of it was done.
You were really underselling this. It took us hours.
The kitchen had been cleaned, like, right after Extra Life. So it was just, like, the kitchen getting re-cleaned, and everything else was, like, a lot of it was gone.
It took hours.
I mean, it did.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that it was hours another day, too.
It was even worse than you can imagine. Finally, everything from Extra Life is put away. Like, there was still a light in our living room.
Mm-hmm. Well, I couldn't get to that light because the table was full of things.
Yeah. Everything's put away. You see how loaded up the Battery Daddy is?
Yeah.
Battery Daddy's got so many batteries inside of him.
He should probably, like, get put away.
This is not put away.
No.
This is still in, like, scream mode, but that's fine. That's fine. The only person that comes up here is me and you to work. It will move around at some point.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that the living room is back to normal. Also,
Their mascot is a stormy general, Tiny Eddie's smelly coffee brittle.
not as good as sizzling raspberry cake.
No.
That was a bit from Shy. It says, Eddie, I need a snack for the first powdering of the season. Like, coffee brittle, the concept of coffee brittle is not bad.
Maybe it's just, like, really strongly scented of coffee.
Okay, I'll do that. The best part of waking up is smelling brittle. It needs more syllables.
It does.
My brain had enough to... Do they even run those commercials anymore? Do they even...
I don't see commercials.
I don't
so
either.
I don't know.
We haven't had cable in 10 years.
Yeah.
Longer, I bet. Has it been longer than that?
You know, it's like really like nostalgic to me, and like the best way to wake up is waking up to the smell of coffee because someone started brewing coffee, and like sound of water running like in the shower. Like I can hear someone like down the hall in the shower.
Yeah. I liked waking... It's not like it happened a whole lot, but sometimes on the weekend, waking up to the smell of bacon cooking. The smell of coffee is also very nostalgic, but also bacon. I don't ever mind if the house smells like bacon. I'm like, that's fine. That's totally fine. And I like to, when I can, try and have those, I don't know what you describe them as, like lazy Saturday afternoons where you spend some time in the kitchen and you cook up eggs and bacon and hash browns, maybe waffles, you brew coffee, and just really slowly like wake up. I love that. That's one of my favorite things in the world. I think it's because I really like breakfast.
See, I was gonna say on Sundays when my dad would have Carly and I over, like for custody.
Yeah.
Like on Sunday, he would make a really nice meal, and we'd watch the Packer game, and we'd go for a bike ride. And be kind of like a lazy day, but not really.
You know, I don't know. Anytime I get a chance to do big breakfast, I really love that. And I think that's why sometimes we've had folks over, like I'll say, oh, we're going to do like a movie on Saturday afternoon, come early and we'll make food. And
You'll make waffles.
yeah, I haven't made waffles in a bit. We just bought some mix for it too.
Yeah.
So I should. Shai says, nothing says lazy like physical activity. I mean, it's just cooking, right? So that's very... I'm just standing in one spot. Well, maybe moving it back and forth a little bit to do like two different things. I also another thing I like to do, which is a little harder to do, is I like to surprise you with breakfast. But I don't do it very often because I'm worried that like that might be a morning where you're like, I really don't want to like eat anything, right? So I can't do that very often. But it's fun for me to be like, I made a big breakfast.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do that and then you feel obligated to eat a huge breakfast. So I really love breakfast. Of all of the 3 streams I could have done, breakfast stream was appropriate. I mean, it's true. If you start having like food dreams and you're just like, man, I'm hungry, instead of just saying Thunderdome all the time, like that would...
At some point last night, I woke up stabbing my nails into my palm.
Oh.
Didn't break the skin though.
Hi, Haley. We can agree to disagree. Dinner is the best meal. Coffee! As long as it's serving breakfast. We had 70 months from Armored Frog, 26 from Ice Storm, 16 from the Blue-Haired Cyborg, 73 from Herald of Exodus, 16 from Lucas Torga, 43 from Valix Butterfly, 6 from Zeljan, 44 from Genesis, 67 from Shy, 74 from Chrissy G, 40 from Sharkstole, 39 from Pokemon Princess, 26 from Cascadea, 56 from AOI 162857, 3 into bits from Blue-Haired Cyborg, who says, if I could, I'd like to extend my thanks to Mal for being so open about her endo experience. As a man, I'd heard of it, but didn't really understand it. After those vlogs and further reading, I've been able to talk with friends who also suffer from it and understand their struggles more. So thank you, Mal.
You're welcome.
It's not a good time.
Nope.
It's not a good time. I'm glad that that is, from what I can tell, largely behind you,
Yeah.
which is good. We got 62 months from Lixon, 63 from Bucky Boy, 3 bits from whatever the heck this is. It says, my sister-in-law is being induced today, and I will have my first nibbling by the weekend. I've been crocheting so many things. Good vibes for a safe delivery and a healthy baby.
Awesome.
Good vibes.
Yeah.
Hope all of that goes super smoothly. Love it. We got 300 bits from Dan the Warrior says, hello, Stephen and Mel. Hope y'all are well. I'm good. I actually slept last night, and I now just bought Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memories on my Switch, and I have Recoded on DS, a childhood game I re-obtained, so I'm having fun. I'm glad the Kingdom Hearts folks enjoy the Kingdom Hearts. They are, as an outsider, they are slightly confusing, but my brain appreciates, crossover game. I do like crossover game.
You know what I've wanted to replay lately? Trauma Center on the DS. Because Haley introduced me to it in college.
I've played very, very little Trauma Center. So, he says you're welcome for introducing you to it.
I beat it originally in college.
Yeah.
I also really want to play through the original Layton games.
Did you play all of them? The Layton games? I feel like you did.
Like the first 3 at least.
I played Layton for like 30 minutes. And I was like, this game is not for me. Haley says, little known fact is that I'm the OG Trauma Center fan since high school. Yet another thing I was into before it was cool. A long list. A long list of things. We had 14 months from Jacob Tyler. 300 bits from Alex Butterfly says, one of my favorite Christmas traditions is my grandparents making homemade waffles, like from scratch, with real maple syrup. Yum. It sounds like a lot of effort. I guess it's not that much effort.
No.
It's just more effort compared to, like,
The box mix you use.
picking up the box mix.
We do have a box mix that requires like an overnight cold rise in the oven, not oven, microwave. That one is very good. That's my favorite box mix.
I like Krusty's. Is that what it's called? Yeah. It feels fake. That feels like a fake name. It feels. It's not like a Simpsons thing. It's called Krusty's. I mean, the best thing would be to have your grandparents make homemade waffles, but second best is Krusty's.
What did your grandparents make from scratch? Do you remember? I know that your dad's mom makes pie.
So, my memories, my maternal grandmother, I have no memories of, because she died when I was like 3. My dad's dad, I don't know if he cooked. I don't have any memories of that. The memory that I have of my dad's mom is peanut butter cookies, which I don't think it was like a specialty of hers or anything. It was just she, like, that was my association, was like she made peanut butter cookies, because I don't think I had ever had peanut butter cookies until she had made them. For my mom's dad, my maternal grandfather, he was a cook. Like, he was a cook in the army, so he cooked everything.
Yeah.
He was a very skilled cook. And a lot of my memories of him were, we would go up there for Thanksgiving, and he would cook, like,
Everything.
basically everything. He would do the entire Thanksgiving meal, and, like, my mom would help him, but he did everything. So there's no specific thing tied to him. It's just like he made food, which I love.
My mom's mom, I associate with tapioca pudding. I'm sure she cooked for Carly and I, but I don't remember any of it. And then my dad's mom, iPad grandma.
iPad grandma.
I mean, I know she cooked. I remember her cooking when we go up north. And, like, I know she made, like, some traditional German-Polish things sometimes. But I don't remember them super well.
Yeah, I'm sure that
I mean, I can call her by her name. But I know you all know that she's the one with the iPad who's like 95, so.
Like, I'm sure that my paternal grandmother, you know, has other stuff that she made. I mean, she's most well known for pies.
Yeah.
Like, in her community, you know, like every, I don't know, holiday or whatever, she's like, oh, I just finished making some pies. We're like, how many pies have you made? She's like, oh, 93. And I'm like, okay.
And she makes them around the holidays for, like, money to spend. Like, to get gifts.
Yeah. Yeah. And there was the one year where, like, she had breast cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And she, like, didn't mention it. That's just, like, what that side of the family is like. She, like, just didn't mention it, and then she was like, well, I was in the hospital. We're like, wait, why were you in the hospital? She's like, oh, I had breast cancer.
Well, didn't your uncle post a video of her playing piano in church, like, the next day, and was like, here's Mom.
Yeah.
Just out of the hospital.
Yeah. It's like, oh, yeah, I had breast cancer, so I went in and had them removed, but then I needed to get home to make pie. And we're like, okay. She's like, I've made a lot of pies. I'm like, all right. So she apparently makes very, very good pies. I have never had her pie. Because when I grew up as a kid, I did not like pie. I didn't start eating pie until I was older. So, I just never, I've never had that. So. Maybe at some point. Possibly. We had 42 months from Mars Hacks. And 510 bits from Anise says, my most enduring memory of my maternal great aunt is walking into the family farmhouse to fresh bread, fresh butter, and fresh guava jam. I always asked if she could make jam to use when we would visit. Give me the bird. Fresh bread and butter is that's strong, man.
You know who does at least bread all the time? Carly.
Oh yeah, Carly makes bread.
Carly makes fresh bread at least once a week. And then she, like, has extra sourdough starter, so she'll make crackers or tortillas with it, or, like...
The fresh bread is...
She makes homemade
good.
mayo, too. When I was there in August, she was like, we're having BLTs, and she had made the bread, and she had made the mayo.
I don't like mayo, but I'm impressed that someone's making their own condiments.
Mm-hmm.
I bet making your own mustard would be very potent.
Yeah.
Like if you were grinding up your own mustard seed. Mm-hmm. I bet that would be very, very good. Carly's equal parts homesteader and science lady.
She does not like anything to do with, like, gardening, though.
Astrophysicist, bread maker.
I think it's mostly bread.
Haley says, you like mayo more than you think, considering how many foods I've made with that in it. It's... I'm aware. I'm aware. But, like, to eat mayo, like, on a sandwich, just, or a burger or something, it's not my favorite thing. Basically. But am I acutely aware of what it's in? Yeah, I am. And there's a bunch of other condiments that use mayo as a base. And if it's on something, it's not the end of the world. I just really...
I mean, you feel that way about sour cream, too.
If it's no.
Oh.
No. Incorrect.
Okay.
The reason I say incorrect is that I willingly put sour cream on things.
Okay.
I don't willingly put mayo on anything. Yeah. More like butter, less like sauce. Yeah, I mean... Sure. It's fine. There's not a whole lot in the world that I, like, don't like to the point of, like, oh, I can't eat this.
Yeah.
Mayo's not on that list. I don't know what is. Things that I, like, genuinely are like, oh, I really do not... Like, I can't eat this. Like, I physically can't eat this. That list is extremely short. Mayo's just not something I love. The most mayo I've had in the last decade was in Japan. Trying to get a burger at McDonald's and being like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like 50% mayo. 10% bun, 20% meat, 50% mayo. It's just,
Can I
it's a
have
lot.
this?
What?
This.
No. He's curled up asleep. He doesn't want to be moved. He's comfortable. We had 500 bits from Gamers, 00700. Thank you.
What's the other 20% of the burger? Lettuce. At least
Lettuce.
mine was. I dish nut.
Speaking of Japanese McDonald's.
I saw the beginning of the stream last night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Dishnet is in Tokyo to do commentary
For Ball Go Far.
For Ball Go Far. So, it's very exciting. Dishnet is a Japanese. Might eat at one. They are around. We also had 61 months from Sir Danny. Thank you. Would you like a very tiny vanilla wafer?
No. I told you what I wanted.
Well,
I want Kepler.
Why do you want Kepler?
Because I'm cold.
You are under a very thick blanket.
I am, yes.
You also have a long sleeve shirt on.
Yes.
You're still cold?
Yes. I also just want to cuddle him.
That's what it's actually about. That's what it's actually about. Well, he's
snoring.
he's happy,
Yeah.
so I'm just leaving.
Yeah, just leave
there.
him. Wisconsinite blood gone. I was out for a group bike ride the other day with some other people, and I had this guy come up to me, and I had on long leggings, because normally I'm wearing shorts, and then I had on my jersey, which is a short sleeve. It's like to here. And he comes up to me and he's like, "Aren't you cold?" And I was like, "Not at all. In fact, I kind of wish I had shorts on and not like leggings." And he's like, "How are you not cold?" And I'm like, "Because it's like 68 degrees and like slightly humid." And he's like, "But it's chilly." And I'm like, "I'm from Wisconsin." And he's like, "You don't have to say any more than that." And he himself was from New York State. And I'm like...
Haley talked about being chilly inside but being fine outside. That was a thing
Yeah.
that Mal dealt with too, where there's the people from the cold states can handle outside chilly temperatures, but inside under the AC,
Yeah.
completely different. And I feel like I'm the opposite. Because being from the South, you have to have the AC running like all the time. And when when I'm in a cold like restaurant or something,
You're fine.
it's relatively fine. But if it's cold outside, I'm like, oh god, it's so cold.
Haley said Alex's dad was convinced I had sled dogs since I was from Wisconsin. They literally think it's a different planet. One time when I was
It's a little much.
One time when I was teaching, one day I got pulled over for going too fast for conditions. It's the only time in my life I've been pulled over by a police officer. And he was like, you were going too fast back there over that bridge, because, bridges freeze before the road. And I'm like, it's like 45. It's not cold enough to freeze. And he's like, you were just going too fast. And then the next day, I had stopped to get gas on my way home from work.
You also left out an important part of that story.
Oh, when he dropped his handcuffs on the ground, and I'm like, why are you messing with your handcuffs?
That is also a good part, but I was talking about where he put his entire arms in your car.
Oh, yeah. When he came up to give me back my information and tell me that he was letting me off without a ticket, he walked up on the passenger side, and I rolled down the passenger window. And he put his hands into the car and did, like, this to, like, get them warm, but he reached them, like, almost all the way to me. And he's like, I'm gonna let you off with a warning this time. Don't drive so fast. I was, like, on back country roads, too, like...
I don't love it.
Yeah, I didn't love it either.
You can tell the other one.
Oh, so the next day, I'm at the gas station, in the town where I was teaching. And I'm getting gas, and I'm wearing, like, my teacher outfit. I still have my lanyard on with my ID and stuff. And I'm filling up the tank, and a police officer, like, peeks around the gas pump, and is like, ma'am. And I'm like, yeah? And he's like... I'm thinking, God, is he gonna yell at me for pulling into the gas station wrong? Like, what's happening? And he's like, are you cold? And I was like, no. And he's like, okay, what does SCAD mean? Because you had, the front plate was SCAD for your college. And I was like, the Savannah College of Art and Design? And he's like, you just never know who you're gonna meet. And I was like, it's where my husband went to college? And he's like, okay, very neat. So it's an art school? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, just a second. And he went back to his truck, because he had a truck for a cop car. And he handed me his, like, cop business card. And he was animal control. He's like, this is my card. He's like, you just never know who you're going to meet out in public. And I'm like, okay. I was like, I'm a teacher at that school. He's like, yeah, I see your lanyard. And I'm like, okay.
As a general rule, I don't want to talk to anyone. Like, as a general rule. The asterisk here is, and I always want to make sure people feel comfortable, if you see me out in public, please come say hi. That's always fine. Taking that thought, putting it aside, and continuing. As a general rule, I don't want to talk to anyone. I do not want to talk to a cop. There is no part of me ever that wants to talk to a cop. If a cop is approaching me, that's a bad. Just right off the bat. The amount of anxiety that immediately happens in the back of your brain when a cop is approaching you, especially if, like, a vehicle is involved, is just immense, because you're like, what do you want? Like, what do you want? Why are you here? What is the deal? I'm not saying that there's not occasions where it is appropriate for them to speak to you, but the two times back to back for you,
they were back to back,
had made no sense. Driving too fast for conditions is insane. It's because that was a backwoods cop that didn't understand the freezing point was not 45 degrees Fahrenheit. And then the other one is kind of odd. And, like, maybe he was being friendly. Maybe he was trying to hit on you. I don't know. But either way, I don't want to talk to no cop. Sorry. I'm just getting gas, man.
Coffee.
Metal Moon says, it was funny when you got pulled over on the vlog, and when you drove off, you were like, but I don't know what I did. It's true. That's true. I got pulled over in Virginia, because that's where you get pulled over. And I had the dash cam at the time. And it was a double dash cam, so it faced outside and inside the car. So I had the entire interaction like recorded, so I included it in the vlog. And I feel in my heart that the cop was trying to just say I did a thing, and when he realized I had a dash cam, it changed. Of like, oh well, never mind. It was fine. It was fine. I don't remember what he said I did. It was something about like...
You cut someone off, is what he said.
Yeah, he said I cut someone off, and like the guy had to brake or something, and I'm like... I have no idea what you're talking about. You're not going to be able to get me to admit to fault when I literally have no idea what you're referring to. I'm just driving the car, man. Sorry. Anyway. He said, have a good day. And then I was like, well, that's going to be hard. You pulled me over, so... It's not heading in that direction. Just saying.
Yeah.
Anyway. Well, hello.
Good morning, Keppel.
You woke up. You want to hold hands? I do. The purring has begun. We wanted to hold hands.
I want everyone to know that Alfredo was not at the vet on Tuesday.
No, but we did mention it.
We did mention it, that we got the text message for Alfredo.
And the person that was there was like, huh, we had a cat named Alfredo here, but it was like last week. And we're like, she's like, I'll have to let our scheduler know that it said that. Oh, also, since we never got to do it, since we haven't been on stream, Cap's vet appointment went well, which is good. Everything is the same. His meds are staying the same. God.
They had a new treat. Did he just fart? They're bad when he does. They're so bad.
Oh my god.
He's just looking at you like, what?
Oh my god. They're really bad. Like I cannot stress to you enough.
That's
how bad
probably
they
part
are.
of his like gastro.
Yeah, no, it's
disease stuff.
it's a gastrointestinal disease thing. Like his farts have gotten worse since whenever, and like they are so bad now. Holy crap!
Remember when Matt wanted him on her lap today?
I get a lot of face full of farts.
Because he's in your lap all the time.
Because he just sits on my lap, you know. So I'll be working, and all of a sudden it'll just be, and he's asleep. It'll just be putrid, and I'll be like, "Oh God!" I gotta wait for it to pass.
Anyway, they had new treats at the vet.
What was I talking about?
His vet appointment.
Oh yeah.
And the way to get Kepler through a vet appointment and to like
16
is to give him a certain number of treats.
he had at least 16 treats.
16.
He needs 16 treats.
But they had these new treats, and they were like, yeah, a lot of our patients have really liked these treats, and they're like a special limited ingredient diet for cats like Kepler with gastro problems, but they're like, all of our patients really like these treats.
Yeah.
So we got a bag of them because they're vet only, but like they're little flower shapes, and so we kept breaking off like little tiny chunks and just feeding it to him like constantly through the appointment. He just sits there and like mindlessly inhales these treats so they can do whatever they want to check his ears and to like get blood and
no puke.
No puke.
Which I was excited about, because normally on gabapentin, I can kind of expect that he's likely going to throw up. Did not do that, which was very, very good. But his appointment went well. Everything's good. Medicine stays the same, and we just got his blood test results, and they are also fine.
Yes.
So, all our patients really like these treats, even the owners.
When we finally open that bag, I do want to send some with like Chaz and Jeff to try on their cats to see how they like them.
Yeah, they're hypoallergenic
Yeah.
Treats, but apparently all cats really, really like them. So, good boy, stinky boy, but good boy. I would try a cat treat. I mean, it's like
No. You can. I won't.
Like, I wouldn't eat cat food because that's very gross to me. Like wet cat food, that's no way. But like a crunchy cat treat, like that's not. I don't know. That's not a like a big
Stomach churning idea? It is to me.
No, definitely. It I don't know. It just doesn't.
The only thing I would try would be the one ingredient freeze-dried chicken.
That's just chicken.
I know.
You're saying I would eat chicken, and I'm like, okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
You're talking to Bouillon Cube Man.
That just doesn't seem like a... I'm not saying like, ooh, this sounds so scrumptious. I'm just like, in the realm of things that are disgusting, that's not high on the list for me. Like, eating a can of cat food, like, no. That is awful. But, like, a piece of kibble, I'm like...
Ketis's was the treat Royal Canin. Yes. It was like the hydrolyzed protein bag.
Yeah. It's fine. I'm not saying that I think they're going to be good. Haley, I think I've tried one of those. Haley makes homemade treats for Leica, and I'm pretty sure I've had one. I don't know if I, like, announced it to everyone, or I did it, you know, on my own. Like... also, we had 1600 bits from gold lighting. It says, you'll need hazard masks. I mean, it would make it easier to work sometimes. Little stinky kitty. There's another 16 from gold lighting. 16-star Thomas while Steven finishes a cat can. No. No. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No. Sorry, wet cat food is disgusting. It's really gross. And there's a gamut of, like, how gross, but they're all in the gross quadrant. For a while, he was getting, was it Tiki Cat, or was it like just real ingredients?
Yeah, it had, like, chunks of fish in it, and you could tell they were, like, fish chunks.
Yeah, that was hard. That was hard. And eventually...
There was one that had, like, a whole little half a quail egg in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, like, seeing a little quail egg, not a problem. Seeing, like, literal chunks of fish, I'm like, no thanks. That one was hard. Like, not only did it smell bad, but it was the visual of seeing that in the can. It was like, no thanks, I'm good. I don't want to do that. But then, of course, you know, we found out about all of his...
Now we're on limited ingredients.
tummy trouble, and now he's allowed... There's like 2 cans of cat food in the world he's allowed to have. And I'm like, okay, so these... You can only have these. Because you got messed up belly. Just like me.
The vet did suggest the Stella and Chewy rabbit.
Yeah.
And we have the pellets that we sometimes use, but, like, they have canned food as well. That's rabbit.
Yeah.
So that might be something to have on hand if he is not wanting to eat his normal food.
Yeah, as long as we alternate between PD and PR, he usually is fine.
Yeah.
And occasionally he can have ZD. These are all acronyms that mean nothing to almost everyone. but so much to us. Good boy. Also, next time I see Thomas, we gotta switch it up. I'm gonna do the 16-star run while he eats 50 nuggets. I know he can't do it as fast as me.
Poor Thomas.
So I know I have extra time. I don't know how to do it. That's the one thing I'd have to figure out. I
Make
don't
him
know
eat a salad.
That's just cruel. I could get all 120 stars by the time Thomas finishes the salad. We had 47 months from Paranite. 300 bits
He
from...
says bet.
300 bits from Shio says, "Ma'am, do you know how fast you were driving over that ice?" "No, because it's not cold enough to freeze." "Resisting arrest, I see." Yes. 47 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature at which all things freeze. Hi, buddy. Tail dirty?
No. Leg.
Good tail. Get that tail.
He says, I have people to do that for me.
Oh, he farted again.
Because you jostled him.
I know. You can't just go around jostling. You go around jostling, it's gonna lead to some stink.
Chess says you also get landlords asking you to run the faucets overnight for an anticipated low of 31 degrees.
It's fine. Everyone is different. The South is different. When it gets below 40 degrees, it's time to buy all of the milk and eggs. It's just what you do. Like, it might snow. It's important to go out and buy everything, because we might be snowed in. We don't want that to happen.
Haley says, to be fair, they don't have insulation around their pipes, so they freeze way easier. That's true.
That is true.
It does have to get cold enough for that to happen.
Yeah. I do, and one of the things I like to point out to the Northerners is that we don't have, I mean, Raleigh might be different, but the Myrtle Beach, it certainly was like this.
Yeah.
There's no infrastructure to support cold weather, to support snow. Like, we didn't have
Plow trucks and ice trucks.
that wasn't a
Salt
thing.
trucks.
You know, that's not a thing. So, like, when if you do get snow, do people just wreck?
Yeah.
Like, on the rare times you would get snow in Myrtle Beach, there would be so many wrecks. Because, I mean, for one, people don't know how to drive in it.
True.
But then also, they can't do anything about the roads. And people would just wreck. So.
Blankets.
Oh,
we're making a decision.
Yeah. See,
Hi.
if it's his choice, that's fine. We got halfway.
Yeah, he is not all. There we go.
It's exactly what you wanted.
It is.
Good boy. Yeah. Farty boy makes a move. Little farty boy. Some of us grow up to be party boys. Some of us grow up to be farty boys. All
Maybe
right.
he got it all out. He's smaller than us.
He's wildly capable of production. Can I do this with my toe? I can. I did it. I clicked the button. I knew I could do it. For me, I had to briefly think. I was like, "Where are we in the month? Are we getting close to another Patreon video?" But yeah, we've got 10 to 12 days.
Yeah.
But it's happening fast. November has been a. I don't want to phrase it like November was a hard month, but it it has been. October and November together has just been a lot. It's been a whole lot. John was here in October.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas was here, and Extra Life happened in November, and then my parents are going to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. October and November together have been some of the hardest months of this year, just because it's been a lot.
Yeah.
And I've been fighting very hard to get caught up and stay caught up, and it's been so difficult. Every time I see her, Haley helpfully asks me if Japan is ready. I always love that. That's my favorite question to get. We got 18 months from Charlotte Dante. And 500 bits from Shia says, "A billion trillion flies cannot be wrong. Poop is delicious." Quote from an old YouTube video of a creator I used to watch 10 years ago. I've now made myself feel old. I don't think I would try it. It's not really for me. Is the next Japan vlog done? As it turns out, it's not, actually. I got as far as getting it all in the timeline. It's not even in order yet.
Oh, yeah, you need my help.
Yeah. I have to stay caught up on current stuff in order to work on it, and staying caught up on current stuff has been wildly hard, so... Do you like causing pain? Do you like that? Do you like the knife twists? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, the honesty I appreciate. I can get behind the honesty. Yeah, I'll get to it whenever I can. Whenever I can. In the meantime, though, I've been working on stuff the best I can. Shot the vlog for a while with a different app. Then I discovered you can hurt me by asking if my crafting table is cleared off. See, I wouldn't ask you that because I knew it would hurt you. I forgot what I was saying.
Japan vlog. Before that, it's almost time for the Patreon video to come out.
The camera app. See, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, I had used a different camera app for a bit, and then I don't know if I talked about this on stream or anything. The camera app I used, I did some test recordings. They were fine, and I was like, cool. And then I shot like 7 to 10 days of the vlog with this app before I finally got it back onto the computer to edit it. And then I realized all of the audio and video were out of sync. All of it. Every single clip. It was like 50-something clips over the course of those days. And none of it was in sync. So it all had to be manually resynced, clip by clip. And I was like, cool. I love several hours of work being added to something that's already causing me mental pain. So that was cool. So I think I have like one more vlog of that, and then that is over, and I went back to using Blackmagic. It's cool. The app also didn't solve my problem. Because the issue was like I wanted the microphone to not do a bad, and it did a bad anyway. And I was like, oh, okay, so this is like a phone issue. Which is another huge headache, because then I'm like, why is phone bad? What happened to phone? When did this occur? So, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the fun thing. Cosmic says, is it a different amount of sync that's off per clip? Yes. Because I did the first one, and I was like, okay, it's 13 frames off. I'll just apply this to all of them. And it wasn't the same. And I was like, awesome. Cool. Great. Love that.
Coffee.
So that's fun. So I never even like talked about that app or anything, and now I won't, because I'm like, all right, I used that for a few days, and that's Not. It's just not. Just not gonna be that. We had 24 months from Brandon the Bicon. Congrats on the 2. And 3 into Bitsum Shy says, the dynamic between you and Haley reminds me of my older sister and I. She often asks, do you enjoy just annoying me? To which I say, yes. It's one of my life's greatest joys. We have been told many, many times that we have sibling energy. To which I just say, okay. I wouldn't know.
Buzz, I'm a bee or something like that.
It's good alert. Good alert. We got 300 bits from Satsy, who says, things have finally calmed down around here, even if it's still a crappy scenario. Turns out tuna solves cat problems. Also, I am sad we have lost the original Bee-Nana clip that led to Thomas's banana madness. Thomas became banana.
Yes.
But I don't remember... I don't remember why. I don't really know what led to that.
Me neither.
I just know that he is banana.
Thomas said, or Chess said, I did it.
Mike, the bad end is too close to Steven. Yeah, that's a gun. Oh my god. We've opened Google Chrome Help. Because he kicked the keyboard. It's fine. Haley says, oh no, Steven, step in, please. People think I'm serious about endlessly defending the C920. The C920 is fine.
Chess said, Thomas was dressed as a bee, and I kept calling him Bee-Nana, and then he slipped and said he was a banana.
Why was he a bee? This is a friendly reminder for anyone that needs to hear it, that you don't need a new camera, you just need light. Unless it's me. If I say I need a new camera, that's true. You have to trust me. If I need, that's different. That's completely, that's a different thing.
Kepler doubts too. Right?
There's a lot of people that get, usually it's webcams, and they're like, they every year or two they're like getting a different webcam because they're like, oh, this webcam's better, and I'm like, they're all bad. So if you want your webcam to be good, light. The problem is people don't understand how cameras work. Like there's a deep misunderstanding of what a camera even is. And you have to give it light. If you learn nothing else about a camera, the thing you need to know is that you have to feed it light. So your webcam is okay. If
Talk to me about lenses, camera boy.
Just the reason I bring this up is that I've had friends in the YouTube space who have enthusiastically told me that this webcam was not very good and they were going to get another one, and then they would get a webcam and they'd be like, yeah, it's alright, it's a little better. And I'm like, do you use lights? And they're like, no. I'm like, okay. People, I remember the big thing was that people, I don't know if it was the C920 or not, but it's advertised as like a 60 FPS webcam, one of them, probably several of them, and people are like, it only runs at 30 FPS, and I'm like, that's because there's not enough light. Feed it light. Anyway, I'm done. That's all I had to say. Someone needs to hear this. Someone right now is like, oh, okay. Someone learned something. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. It's the only thing that matters. Yeah, Julia says, "Oh, I'm sure you have more to say." I could talk for a long time.
I gotta go.
Haley says, "Yeah, that wasn't me. You told me to get more lights, so I did."
You can talk about cameras, but I gotta...
Yeah, I gotta go just let Kep fart some more.
No, he can stay here.
I thought you wanted to hold him.
I did.
Until
But
he
you gotta
farted.
talk about cameras. I got other things to do.
It's fine. We had 59 months from Jolteron, and it's 10. So let's talk about what's happening for the rest of the week. Tomorrow,
I'm gonna paint in the morning.
that's what you're doing. You're working on.
I'm gonna work on
Kaboom
the
and Sparkle.
Kaboom and Sparkle, whichever one is the one I'm working on.
Okay. So that'll be in the morning at 11 a.m.
Yep.
And then tomorrow evening at 8 p.m., Mao and I will be finishing Banjo-Kazooie. I have been trying to get like a reasonable idea of like how long it'll take. I think, I don't know. The stream might be done a little early. Might be done on time. Mal doesn't know what's going to happen, so everyone say nothing today, say nothing tomorrow. I'm very excited for Mal to see what the end of Banjo-Kazooie is like, because it's special. So that'll be fun. And then, is there anything this weekend? No.
Is there Steven and Friends? Or no?
Oh, did y'all watch Skee Ball?
I hope you watch Skee Ball.
You gotta watch Skee Ball. It only takes 6 minutes. You
There's
gotta
a
watch
part,
Skee Ball.
just Thomas.
Yeah. You gotta watch it because it's fun, and then you gotta watch it because I haven't edited a Steven and Friends in several years, and it was fun because I got to do one. So check it out. It's a fun thing. And what is it?
I think that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's Steven and Friends for this weekend. Today's Thursday. Dan's got a Subnautica scheduled.
Oh, he did the dew painting time lapse.
Okay.
So I need to
Get that out on the Malmix.
get that ready.
Okay. The other thing is that I don't have a vlog ready for you this morning. However, I do have the Crow Country VOD out. I scheduled that for 10 a.m. So if you missed Crow Country yesterday, or if you missed part of it or whatever, the Crow Country VOD is out now. I got that out fast.
Yeah.
I tried to make sure that was all set. So I don't have a vlog, but you can watch that if you want to watch it on YouTube, so you don't have to watch it on the Twitch video viewer. It's a fun game, man. I really enjoyed it. So try and finish up the rest of it next week, and then move on to, I don't even know.
And
I
then
have some ideas.
the other stream that's coming up soon on Monday night.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. Let me hit translate on this. There we go. Okage. Now it's going to be starting Okage Monday night at 7 p.m. on Malmix. It's very fun. If you don't know anything about this game, but you like Earthbound, you like Tulip, you will like Okage. It's a Japanese RPG with a lot of humor. So I would recommend tuning in. I'll be there for some. If I can. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Y'all have yourselves a wonderful
Thursday.
A wonderful Thursday. Check out those
Streams and videos.
Yeah. My parents are going to be here, so I don't know how many vlogs will be coming out in the next few days.
Yeah.
Just to be honest with you. So they'll be out when they're out, which is sometimes the only real thing that I can do. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. for Mal Makes.